Namo Parvati Pataye Hara 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 Mahadev. Om Guru Jaya Guru Om Guru Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Guru Jaya Guru Om Guru Sachidananda Guru Om Om Guru Jaya Guru Om Guru Om Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Jaya Guru Guru Om Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Sachidananda Guru Om Nityananda Sadguru Om Guru Ananda Guru Guru Om Sachidananda Guru Guru Om Mukhananda Sadguru Om Guru Ananda Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Jaya Guru Om Guru Om Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Om Guru Jaya Guru Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Nityananda Sadguru Om Guru Om Nityananda Sadguru Om Sadguru Om Guru Jaya Guru Om Guru Om Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Jaya Guru Om Guru Om Sachidananda Guru Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Om Nityananda Sadguru Om Sachidananda Guru Om Guru Om Nityananda Sadguru Om Nityananda Sadguru Om Nityananda Sadguru Nityananda Sadguru Nityananda Sadguru Om Guru हर हर महादेव। नमः स्वनन्ताय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रपादा शिशिरारुबाहवे सहस्रनाम्ने पुरुषाय शाश्वते सहस्रकोटि युगधारिणे नमः। ॐ नमः शिवाय गुरवे सच्चिदानन्दमूर्तये निष्प्रपञ्चाय शान्ताय निरालम्बाय तेजसे नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे शिष्यसंसारहारिणे भक्तकरेकदेहाय नमस्ते चित्तदात्मने। ॐ सहना भवतु सहना भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो गुरुभ्यः गुरुपादुकाभ्यो नमः परेभ्यः परपादुकाभ्यः आचार्यसिद्धेश्वरपादुकाभ्यो नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यः। ह्रीङ्कार ह्रीङ्कार रहस्ययुक्त ह्रीङ्कार गूढार तमः विभूत्य ओंकार मर्म प्रतिपादिनीभ्यः नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यः। उत्रा निहौत्रा निहवेश्यहोत्रो होमादि सर्व कृतिभासुमन यद्ब्रह्म तद्वो भवितारिणीभ्यः नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यः। कामादि सर्प व्रजगारुडाभ्यः विवेक वैराग्य निधि प्रदाभ्यः बोधा प्रदाभ्यः धृतमोक्षदाभ्यः नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यः। अनंत संसार समुद्रतारा नौकायिताभ्यः स्थिरभक्तिदाभ्यः जड्यभिसंशो शनवारवाभ्यः नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ अस्य श्री गुरुगीता स्तोत्रमन्त्रस्य भगवान् सदा शिवर्षिः नानाविधानि छन्दांसि श्री गुरु परमात्मा देवता हम बीजं सह शक्तिक्रम कीलकं श्री गुरु प्रसाद सिद्ध्यर्थे जपे विनियोगः। हंसाभ्यां परिवेष्टपात्रकमले दिव्यजगत्कारणे विश्वोत्कीर्णमनेकदे अनिलये स्वाच्छन्दम् आत्मेच्छय तद्योतं पदशाम्भवं तु चरणं दीपान्कुराग्राहिणं Pratyakshaksar vigraham gurupadam dhyayedhibum shashvatam mama chatur vidha purushartha siddhyarte jape viyogaha sutta uvacha Kailasa shikhare ramye bhakti sandhananayakam pranamya parvati bhaktya shankaram paryaprichhata tre devi uvacha Om namo deva devesha paratpara jagat guru sadashiva mahadeva Guru Diksham Hridehi me Kena margena bho swami Dehi brahmamayo bhave Tam kripam kuru me swami Namami charanardava Ishvara uvacha Mamarupasi devi tvam Tvad prityartam vadamyaham Laukopakara prashna nakenapi pura Durlabham trishu lokeshu tachirnushva vadamyam Gurum vina brahmananyat satyam satyam paraname Veda shastra puranani itihasadikani cha Mantra yantra vidyascha smitirucha pumadikam Shaiva shakta gamadini anyani vividhani cha Brahmsa karaniha jivana Yagya vratam tapodanam Japaskirtam tathaivacha Guru Tattvam Avigyaya Mudhaste Gurur Bhudyat Manananyat Satyam Satyam Na Samshayah Talabhartham Prayatnasto Manishibhe Buddha Vidya Jaganmaya Dehechagyana Sambhava Udaya Prakashena Guru Shabde Guru Murtim Mare Nityam Guru Nama Sada Jupe Guru Ragyam Guru Dita Guru Anyanam Apaye Ananya Sintayantau Mam Sulabham Paramam Padam Tasmat Sarva Guru Aradhanam Kuru Gukarastvan Ghakarascha Gukarasteja Ushate Agyana Grasakam Brahma Guru Reva Nasamshayaha Gukara Pratama Varna Mayadi Gunabhasakah Gukaro Dvitiyo Brahma Maya Bhranti Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurureva Para Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha Hetave Jagatameva Samsara Navasetave Prabhave Sarva Vidyanam Shambhave Agyana Timiradhyasya Gyanam Jana Shalakaya Surunmiritam Yena Yat Satyena Jagat Satyam Yat Prakashena Bhati Tat Yadande Nanandante Yasya Sthitya Satyamedam Yadhati Bhanarupata Priyam Putra Yat Pritya Yena Chetayate Hidam Chitam Chetayate Nayam Jagrat Swapna सुषुप्त्यादि तस्मै श्री यस्य ज्ञानादिदं विश्वं न दृश्यं भेन भेरतः सदैकरूपाय
तस्मै श्री
यस्यामतं तस्य
मतं यस्य न वेरसः यस्य कारणरूपस्य कार्यरूपेण भाति यत् नानारूपमिदं सर्वं न केनाप्यस्तभेनता गुकारं च गुणातीतं ऋकारं रूपवर्जितम् अत्र नेत्रः सर्वसाक्षी चतुर्बाहुरच्युतः अयं मयञ्जलिर्बद्धो दयासागरवृद्धये त्रिगुरु परमं रूप विवेकचक्षुषोऽमृतम् अभ्यस्ते सकले सुदीर्घमनिले व्याधि प्रदे दुष्करे प्राणायाम शुतेरनेक करने दुःखात्मकिर्दुर्जये यस्मेनाभ्युरिते विनश्यति बले वायु स्वयं तत्क्षणात् प्राप्तुं तत्सहजं स्वभावमिच्छम् स्वदेशिकशैव शरीरचिन्तनं भवेरनन्तस्य शिवस्य चिन्तनं नाम कीर्तनम् यस्माद् अनुग्रहं लब्ध्वा महदज्ञानमुत्सृजे अकाधारित्रे खब्जे सहस्रदालमण्डले सकलभुवनसृष्टे कल्पिता शेषपुष्टिर्निखिलनिगमदृष्टे सम्पदां व्यर्थदृष्टे तत्पदैकैकदृष्टिर् सकलभुवनरङ्ग स्थापनस्तम्भयष्टे सकरुणारसावृष्टे तत्त्वमाला समष्टे सकलासमायुसृष्टे सच्चिदानन्ददृष्टिर् अग्निशुद्ध समं तात ज्वाला परिचकातिया तदे जते तनय जते दूरे तत्समीपके अजोहम अजरोहम च अनादिनि अनास्वयम् अपूर्वनं परं नित्यं स्वयं ज्योतिर्निरामयम् मननं यद्भवं कार्यं तद्वदामि महामते अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरम् यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण ज्ञानम् उत्पद्यते स्वयम् चैतन्यं शाश्वतं शान्तं व्योमातीतं निरञ्जनम् स्थावरं जङ्गमं चैव तथा चैव चराचरम् ज्ञानशक्ति समारूढः तत्त्वमाला विभूषितः अनेक जन्म संप्राप्त सर्वकर्म विदाहिने गुरोरधिकं तत्त्वं न गुरोरधिकं तपः मन्नाथ त्रिजगन्नाथो मद्गुरु त्रिजगद्गुरो ध्यानमूलं गुरुमूर्ति पूज्यमूलं गुरोपदम् ध्यानं त्रिनो महादेवी सर्वानन्दप्रदायकम् श्रीमत्परब्रह्म गुरुं स्मरामि श्रीमत्परब्रह्म गुरुं वदामि ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं त्वमतीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् नित्यं शुद्धं निराभासं निराकारं निरञ्जनम् आनन्दमानन्दकरं प्रसन्नं ज्ञानस्वरूपं निजबोधयुक्तम् यस्मिन् दृष्टिस्थितिध्वंस निग्रहानुग्रहात्मकम् गुरुदर्शितमार्गेण मनःशुद्धिं तु कारये ज्ञेयं सर्वस्वरूपं च ज्ञानं च मन उच्यते ओंकारेण न वक्तव्यं प्रज्ञैशिष्यकथञ्चन मुन्निभिः पनगैवापि सुरेव शापितो यदि मन्त्रराजमिदं देवी गुरु इत्यक्षराद्वयम् नित्यं ब्रह्म निराकारं निर्गुणं बोधयेत् परम् गुरुकृपा प्रसादेन आत्मरामं निरीक्षये आब्रह्मस्तम्भपर्यन्तं परमात्मस्वरूपकम् वन्देऽहं सच्चिदानन्दं भेरातीतं सदा गुरुम् परात् परात्तरं ध्येयं नित्यम् आनन्दकारकम् स्फटिकप्रतिमरूपं दृश्यते दर्पणे यथा अंकुष्ठामात्रपुरुषं ध्यायेतश्चिन्मयं हृदि अगोचरं तथा गम्यं नामरूपविवर्जितम् यथा गन्धा स्वभावेन कर्पूरकुसुमारिषु स्वयं तदा विदो भूत्वा स्थातव्यं यत्र कुत्रचित् गुरुध्यानं तथा कृत्वा स्वयं ब्रह्ममयो भवेत् ते पार्वती उवाच पिण्डं किं तो महादेव पदं किं समुदाहृतम् त्रे महादेव उवाच पिण्डं कुण्डलिनी शक्ति पदं हंसामुदाहृतम् पिण्डे मुक्ता पदे मुक्ता रूपे मुक्ता वरानने स्वयं सर्वमयो भूत्वा परं तत्त्वं विलोकये लब्धं वा तन्लब्धं वा स्वल्पं वा बहुलं तथा सर्वज्ञ परमित्याहुर्देहि सर्वमयो बुद्धः यत्रैव तिष्ठते सोऽपि सदेश पुण्यभाजनम् अन्येन यद् भवेत् कार्यं तद्वदामि महामते लौकिकात् कर्मणो यान्ति ज्ञानहीन भवर्णवम् इदं तु भक्तिभावेन भक्तते त्रिनुते यदि गुरुगीतात्मकं देवी शुद्धतत्त्वं मयोदितम् गुरुगीताशरैकं तु मन्त्रराजमिमं जपे अनन्तफलमाप्नोति गुरुगीताजपेन तु कालमृत्युभयहरं सर्वसङ्कटनाशनम् Mahavyariharam sarvam vibhuti siddhidam bhave. Mohanam sarva bhutanam bandha moksha karam bhave. Asiram sarhet karyam navagraha bhayapam. Sarvabara prashamanam dharmatha kama mokshadam. Kamitasya kamadheno kalpana kalpaparapaha. Sarvam mangalakarakam moksha hetur jape nitya mokshatriyam avapnuyat. Atha kamya jape sthanam khatayami varanane. Shakti devalaye gushthe sarva devalaye shubhe. Pavitra nirmale sthane nityanusthana topiva. Samsara malana shartham bhava pashana vritaye. Sayevacha guru sakshat sada sadbrahma vetamaha. Sarva shuddha pavitrausa subhavaryatra tishtati. Samudra chayatatoyam kshiram grite gritam. Tathaiva jnani jivatma paramatmani liyate. Evam vidho mahamukta sarvada vartate buddha. Sarva sandeha rahita mukto bhavati parvati. Annena pranina sarve guru Gita japena tu. Satyam satyam punah satyam dharmam sankyam ayodatam. Mata dhanya pita dhanya dhanya vamsha kulam tatha. Japena jayamapnoti chananta phalamapnuya. Japam hina sanam purvan hina karma phala pradam. Japan jayamavapnoti marane mukti dayakam. Atyeva bhagavachitaya tradha bhakti utaya cha. Samsara sagara samudharaneka mantram Brahmadi devan muni pujita siddha mantram. ते श्री स्कंदा पुराणे उत्तरखंडे ईश्वर पार्वती संवादे गुरु गीता समाप्ता श्री गुरुदेव चरणार्पणमस्तु। दुर्जन सजन भूया सजना शान्तिमाप्नुयात्। स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तः न्याय्येन मार्गेण न महिषः। शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनः भवन्तु। काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी स्यास्य शालिनी। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः। सर्वस्तरतु दुर्गाणि सर्वभद्राणि पश्यतु। स्वस्ति मातृपितॄनस्तु स्वस्ति गोभ्यो जगते पुरुषेभ्यः विश्वं सुभूतं सुविधात्रं नमस्तु। योगेव दृश्यमसूयम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। आरती करूं सद्गुरु की, करूं सद्गुरु की, प्यारे गुरुवर की आरती करूं गुरुवर की आरती। जय गुरुदेव अमला विनाशी ज्ञान रूप अंतर के पासी। पग पग पर देते प्रकाश जैसे किरण दिनकर की आरती करूं गुरुवर के। जब से शरण तुम्हारे आए अमृत मीठे फल खाए। शरण तुम्हारे क्या है छाया, कल्प वृक्ष तरवर की आरती। ब्रह्म ज्ञान के पूर्ण प्रकाशक, योग ज्ञान के अतल प्रवर्तक, जय गुरु चरण सरोज में ताज, व्यथा हमारे पूर के आरती, गुरु भय के आरती। अंधकार से हमें निकाला, दिखलाया है अमर उजाला। कब से जाने छन रहे हाथ सुनो दर दर के, आरती करो सद्गुरु की करो, प्यारे पर की समझामिता विवेक कराया, भवसागर से पार लगाया। अमर प्रदीप चला कर कर दे निशा दूर इस तन की आरती। भेद बीच भेद बताया, आवागमन विमुक्त कराया। धन्य हुए हम पाकर धारा, ब्रह्म ज्ञान निर्झर के करो कृपा सदे गुरु जगतार सतपथ दर्शक भ्रांते निवार सदे गुरु जगतार छाया हो नित्य ज्योति दिखलाने पाले लीला धर की आरती नित्यानंद सद्गुरुदाता शक्तिपात के दिव्य प्रदाता करके वास गणेश पुरे भवबार हर ले जन के आरती आरती करूं सदगुरु की करूं सदगुरु की प्यारे गुरु वर की आरती करूं गुरु वर की ओम चैतन्यम शाश्वतम शांतम व्योमातीतम निरंजनम नाद बिंदु कलातीतम तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हरे गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's center in the stillness of being. Let's center in the stillness of being. As much as you can, center in the pure, egoless witness. Just witnessing without judgment. Witness from a center of being ever forgiving, unconditionally loving, peaceful. Loving towards your physical body, no judgment towards your body, and to life. At the center of your being, you have the opportunity to experience your divine nature. You're divine, not human. You live in a human body. You're having a human experience, but you're not human. Don't identify yourself as human, but having a human experience. You're a spiritual being, an immortal being, having a human experience. Your meditation should bring you into that awareness. Move you away from identification with the body as your reality. The body is only a vehicle, it's not your reality. It belongs to nature. You've been given the opportunity to live in this body. You need to have a perfect relationship with it, and meditation is a place where you can begin that. Appreciativeness. And holding your every cell in your loving being. Is imaging in your mind, being, nothing else. Total well-being. Let this vibrate in your immortal body, that it may influence every cell of your physical being. That is the secret to healing. The healer is within, the supreme healer. Now hold your body, even your skin must be in your awareness. Skin is an organ, even your skin must be in your awareness. Your eyes, be aware of it. Your liver, your intestines, your stomach, your bones, your blood, is that in your awareness? Bring it into your awareness. Develop a relationship with these cells and use the power of visualization that you have. To remove all other images from your mind except total well-being, wholeness. And now, as the centering process, keep your attention along your spinal column. You can center in there. Centering means that you're observing from there. You're observing from an entire spinal column, from a center of consciousness and energy along the column. And use the breath to center an energy. The breath involves every level of being. As you breathe to bring oxygen to your lungs, so too, breathing is connected to pranic channels, life force channels, vital energy channels that you can breathe. In the breathing action, you can send prana to every part of your body. As you take the breath in, you're also taking prana in through a different circuit. That's why you need to focus at the center of the eyebrows and at the medulla point. That's where you experience the prana that is being thrown in the body. Stay with me in the meditation. The greater guidance I can give you in the inner space. You need to follow me in the inner space. Catch my presence in the inner space and follow me. I'm with you right where you are. Don't think that I'm this body. In non-local form, I'm with you, and you're with me. You have a non-local form too. Now stay with me in the silence. Namaskar, everyone. Welcome to Sunday. Hope that your meditation was nourishing. Hope that you can make contact with prana. And hope that you could have effectively managed the breathing. And that you could have centered in the consciousness and energy along the spinal column. Today I want to bring to your attention something that is very interesting. I don't know if you've really given attention to it. You have a very important tool in your toolbox. That you need to manage and use effectively if you want to grow in consciousness and really free your soul from this Maya, this Mayic experience of life. I've said that this is a longer dream. This is not what you're experiencing here in this, what is called bhuloka, or earthly plane, wearing an earthly body, you know. An astronaut needs to wear a space suit to go out in space, to experience space. Especially if it's going to come out of its space capsule and get into space. So too, to come into this human existence, which we call bhuloka, you need this space suit, this earthly suit. Without this, you cannot experience this dimension. And you know, today you can, I haven't gotten into the gaming, but today you can wear some instrument and actually be in the game. Virtual reality. This is a virtual reality. But because you have an instrument, not the one that I want to talk about today, because you have an instrument that we call a hankara, ego, you can create an identity in display. Some of you, because of your work status, you've created an identity. Because of your family status, you've created an identity. Because of your gender status, you've created an identity. So we have the ability to create any identities you want in this earthly plane and change their identity as well. We move our job, we train, and we change identity. Another professional identity. Today we can change our gender for some, and they've changed identity. No longer a male, but a female. No longer a female, but a male. So that's what you have in display. It's a virtual reality, this. The thing is, which I'm not sure whether we appreciate it, is that we're only here for a time. We were told 70, not 70, but now, of course, we live to 100. In some cultures, 90-something. So, and now, of course, in the science of gerontology, we learn that the human body can live up to 120 years. This is designed for. Today, when we are 60, we think that we are old. But the instrument I want to talk about today is the visualizing instrument, the mental instrument, manas. Manas is the ability to create a thought. This is a bell. And I have the ability not just to create a thought, label it, this is a bell. I can create an image of this. Look at it carefully, and in my mind, I can create an image of this. And I can actually see it in my mind's eye. If I work that instrument well, I can visualize it in my mind eye, that I can dream it into reality. In my dreams, it will come as real. In the conscious world, when we are dreaming, we have a dream tool. When we are daydreaming, it's called. We are visualizing and creating this reality. And when we go into the dream experience, the dream consciousness, it comes alive. That was very graphic for me in the 40 days because I told you my sadhana was not only in this conscious plane, he was on the other plane too, in the dream world. So all my sadhana was happening in this and in the other one as well. And I'm conscious in the other one, and in the other one I'm saying, this is the dream space. And then I said, I know in this space I can create my own reality, and it comes alive. And I'm telling myself, okay, I'm going to create a horse. Oh my God, this horse was there in the dream. I was playing with the instrument. And this horse was real. But of course I was centered, so I know that I'm creating. But the reality of it was amazing. So when we slip into that dream state, our daydreams become a reality. Now, the thing is, your brain also has a storage, right? You can tap into the brain with some electrode and these images will also come, or you can take a narcotic substance and the images will also come. But this brain is physical and will go away. But all the things that you visualize from this life, you daydream from this life, is going to stay with you beyond the lifetime in subtle form. All the memories that you have of this life is going to stay with you in subtle form and will continue in your immortal body. Your immortal body has infinite storage of memory. It's not your brain. You have an astral brain with the chakras, but the physical is limited. So it's extremely important how you use this visualizing faculty, because each to his own. We create our own stories about everything. If somebody sees this bell, they'll have their own story about the bell from past experiences. Everyone will have a different story about this bell. Some will come and look at the wood. Some will come and look at the metal. Some will come and look at the structure. Some will listen to the sound. They'll all have their own opinion about this. And they'll all have their own visualization and memory about it. And you know how we can build stories about anything. We just see someone, and we build a little story in our mind. And we hear them speak, and we build, and the story continues. We see them relate to something, a story continues. Is that story really congruent with the person and what's happening? No. That's our story about that event. And that becomes our virtual reality. It becomes our quantum reality in the inner space. We haven't met the person, and we build the story about that person looks a little demonic, suspicious. And we build a story, and we see certain actions, and we even add to that. And we create our own story about the person. And then when we actually meet the person and talk with the person, we realize that our story is completely false. How about that? And perhaps if we transition and we carry those stories in our mind, what happens? The story becomes our reality. So how many stories we have created? I had to be very careful with this during the 40 days. Oh my God, because all kind of stories I could create in my mind. And I was watching myself creating them. And I just woke up from that and realized that I was creating my own reality. Because the power was coming in me more and more. And I felt so strong and so dominant and so like a deity. And of course, I began to create all realities of what I am or what I could be. And no. I could have been anything. that I want it to be. So I had to pull myself away and say, no, don't do that. You're creating a different reality every time. And I watched myself do it. How can you deal with this? These monsters that we create in our mind. And then they become uncontrollable. They become nightmares, and we can't stop the dreams. We can't stop the thoughts. We can't control the thoughts in our being. And sometimes you can't see what is up, why we are doing this. And then, you know what can happen? Some people get so overwhelmed by this that they commit what we may call suicide. And they escape the play. The play was just too much. Play was just too much. We may want to say they couldn't handle life. Poor thing. They had to escape this Maya and go into another level of Maya. Because when they come out of this one, they wake up to the other realm. And the journey continues in the Maya. So it's extremely important how you use this visualizing instrument, because I've been teaching you how to use it for healing. You create a template and you impregnate it in your being until you resonate with a new template. That's using the visualizing instrument. Some of us who visualize, I'm healed, I'm healed, I'm healed, I'm healed. Not I will be healed. I am healed, I'm healed, I'm healed, I'm healed in this moment, I'm healed. The power of God is within me. I'm healed, I'm healed, I'm healed. And miraculously become healed. They think themselves into well-being. And some people think, oh my God, I'm sick. The doctor says I'm going to live 3 months. And so they believe that in a voodoo-like way. And they leave after 3 months. The power of these ideas that we create, these narratives we create, these stories we create in our mind and make them our reality. How do we wake up to sensibility and see what is happening in this Maya? How we have this instrument to create stories. And of course, we have another instrument that can help us to come out of the story. We call it buddhi. So we need to have an intellect that operates in the light, not darkness. Because the intellect in darkness is what is creating stories. It is not the manas by itself. It's the ego using the intellect. It's reasoning tool to create all these stories. You cannot create a story without that tool, buddhi. But it's the buddhi in darkness, in tamas. So when you use the buddhi in the light, you have a chance to come out of all the stories. And that's where you need a guru. Some of us, with our ego, we think we can do this on our own. Can you really? Oh my goodness. No, this Maya is so difficult. That's why Kabir was so insistent that we need a guru. We need to wake up the inner guru, and we need to be guided by the outer guru until we wake up the inner guru. So in Mahayuga, that's what happens. The outer guru with Shaktipat power helps us to wake up to the inner guru. Of course, I can continue this conversation because this is an amazing conversation. And sometimes, which I play with this manas, I can remember in the early days, these days I don't do it, but work in the gym and I become really, how to say it, not tired, but a nice kind of burn in the gym. And then when I come to meditation, my body is a little bit sleepy already. So it's a little bit tired. So in the meditation, I begin to feel this power to visualize it better because my body's a little bit tired. It's out of the way. And I'm playing with this thing, and I can create a river, and I can see all the grass is so green. And in the meditation, I start visualizing and playing with the daydreaming tool. Oh my God, it's amazing that I didn't slip into the dream state, but in this in-between state, I'm able to visualize so beautifully. And that's what I can do in the meditation. When I go into this state with the third eye and get a little bit more involved in it, I can visualize so beautifully. And it's an amazing tool to have. So there's a biblical verse in the Proverbs. As a man, as a person thinketh in his heart, so is he or she. So are they. That's it. But the thing is, as you think, so you become, so you believe. Our perceptions create our reality. That's how we all live, with our narratives, with our stories, with our personal realities, in our own world. That's why I don't judge anyone, because, oh my God, everyone lives in his own world, or her own world, or in their own world. So I don't judge anyone. Everyone sees anything according to the way they've experienced life. So learn to really appreciate these instruments you have and try to manage them, to liberate yourself from this Maya, not to get lost in this Maya senselessly, and you cannot come out of it. I hope that I would have made some sense to you today. But what I'm speaking to you about is real. It's how we live. It's how we accord. It's how disease comes into our space. Stresses come into our space. We have to extricate ourselves from this dream that we have created and come back to the place where we are so conscious of all the possibilities, and we are able to create our own realities consciously. So it becomes a sport. Creating different realities becomes a sport, another battle with ourselves. But this time I'm going to wish you a great Sunday. I know there's a lot to contemplate in what I've said, but this has always been very important for me, because this tool is so dangerous. It's important to be able to understand the tool that you have to image, to visualize, and to create your own realities. So let me wish you a blessed day, everyone. Wake up to your true reality. Wake up to the sport of Maya and play this game fearlessly, joyously, and victoriously. Have a blessed Sunday, everyone. For those of you who are here, you have the joy of using the facility. The health shop and gift shop and cafe are open, and the gift shop, so you can just enjoy the morning with us. Have a blessed day, everyone. Namaskar.